You came from school, maybe work, a boring day, grinding both your patience and energy. You open up your PC, and there it is, Stronghold Crusader, a gem of a game that gave many of us great memories. So, today we're gonna talk about it. Of course, a series, not the game itself. I have to make a separated video about the games and a tier list, so video ideas and such. So, Stronghold is a game series that was released by Firefly Studios in 2001, a game that got 1.5 million copies sold by 2004. Firefly released Stronghold Crusader in 2002 internationally, and pirated copies of the great game are still played by kids in Asia, Africa, and other continents as such. The reason why the pirated version of the game is played so much mainly has to do with culture of Middle East and their history. And of course the copyright laws making it easy as hell to smuggle these CDs to these countries. So now let's talk about the gameplay. The original castle sim Stronghold HD allows you to build and destroy historical castles, engage in medieval warfare, sometimes fantasy if you're talking about Stronghold Legends, of course. You can play it with an AI, 2 or up to 8 players multiplayer. Campaigns can also be played against like 8 AIs, but that's extremely difficult, honestly. I don't know how you would even win that match, especially when all your opponents are like Wolf or Mordred, maybe Vlad. But you won't need a tutorial to play this game, unless you are me, of course. You will never understand how many times I replay a level, especially a campaign where you get limited resources and soldiers to play with. Oh, which one is my favorite? Glad you asked. Well, Stronghold Legends have to be. Why is the game my favorite? Well, just because of the simplicity of the game and because I like fantasy games mainly. So let me tell you about the game. Well, there are 3 factions: Arthur, Ice, and Evil. Arthur campaign's main hero is Arthur, which can do special things like summon a bunch of units and is tanky as well, let me tell you. But also you got Merlin, which can fry troops to the point you can smell the chips and fish through your screen. Second campaign, Ice campaign. Ice campaign heroes are Dietrich and Siegfried. These 2 are the goofiest heroes the game has, in my personal opinion. Dietrich is a man who lacks nothing but a brain. Siegfried lacks half of it. These 2 might seem like complete incompetent idiots, but opposite to that, they're extremely fun to play, and honestly I have the best time playing as Dietrich. Not role playing, of course. Evil campaign. Here is Mordred the Crybaby and Vlad the Chat. What's so special about this faction? You say, well, Ice's tactics are ready to be deployed, and boy, are they effective. And there are vampire creeps which turned 50 archers into 50 evil archers, I guess. They are extremely annoying to deal with, especially in early game where you don't have knights. There are also trail levels, which some of the levels are impossible to play, so they give you chicken out so you can go through it. But why is the game really hard of? Well, strategy games like Stronghold are mainly boring to the average folk. CSGO, Half-Life, etc. seem more fun to play for most people, at least. So they gain a bigger community, more popularity, and naturally sell more copies. You can't call it a dead game because people still play it. Of course, it won't sell 1.5 million copies in 3 years, but still, the game is still played by many all around the world. While the game might seem dead and rarely be heard of, it still has a special place in our hearts.